Good morning everyone. Let us discuss about the internal structure of the heart. Internal structure. Study of internal structures of the heart is called anatomy. Already you might have known. Anatomy means study of internal structure. Study of external structure, it is called morphology. Morphology. Externally, the heart is separated from the upper chambers called auricles from the lower chambers called ventricles through coronary sulcus. Coronary sulcus or auriculoventricular groove. A groove is nothing but just like a depression. This groove separates the upper chambers called auricles from the lower chambers called ventricles. Externally, auricles and ventricles are separated by coronary sulcus or auriculoventricular groove. Similarly, externally the ventricles are separated by interventricular groove. Right. Let us discuss the internal structure of the heart. The longitudinal section or the vertical section of the heart tells or shows the details of the internal structure of the heart. Let us discuss about the internal structure of the heart with the help of a diagram. Let us draw a simple diagram of human heart. So you have to draw very neatly. You are going to draw your own heart. Now I am drawing my heart. Just say I am drawing the internal structure of the heart with a heart-in shape. This is called an heart-in shape. You can see this shape. This is heart-in shape. Isn't it? It is a heart-in shape. Next. 1, 2, 3. Isn't it? Right. Completed. Then now I am drawing a pulmonary artery. This is a pulmonary artery, and I am going to draw the largest artery called the systemic aorta. Systemic aorta. This is the largest artery called systemic aorta. Yes. Now I am drawing the superior vena cava, and this is inferior vena cava. Now this is the systemic aorta that extends from the left auricle to the outside. Now I am drawing the pulmonary veins. 4 pulmonary veins were attached to the heart. Now I am drawing the inner part of the heart. You can see some ridges are present on the inner surface of the ventricles, and these are the openings of 4 pulmonary veins, and this is the opening of superior vena cava, and this is the opening of inferior vena cava, and there is a SA node and there is a AV node. From the AV node a bundle of fluids arises and divides into 2 branches which are called Purkinje fibers. Yes, this is the internal structure of the heart and contains a tricuspid wall. Here contains a bicuspid wall, chordae tendineae, which is a connective tissue that holds the walls in a correct position. This is the internal structure of the heart. how to understand the internal structure of the heart. I would like to show a simple diagram to understand the internal structure of the heart. You know that upper chambers are called auricles. These are auricles. Lower chambers are called ventricles. These are ventricles. This is right auricle and this is left auricle. This is right ventricle and this is left ventricle. Right auricle, this is right auricle. Right auricle always receives the deoxygenated blood from the superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. This is precaval vein or the superior vena cava. This is postcaval vein. This is also known as, inferior vena cava. Superior vena cava collects the deoxygenated blood from the head, neck, as well as the upper parts of the body, whereas the postcaval vein or inferior vena cava collects the deoxygenated blood from the legs as well as from the trunk. And the coronary veins, as we have discussed in the external structure of the heart, the coronary veins collects the deoxygenated blood from the wall of the heart and opens into the right auricle. The wall of the right auricle is thicker. Wall of the right auricle is thicker than the left auricle. Right auricle always receives the deoxygenated blood. Right auricle is larger than the left auricle. Right auricle receives the deoxygenated blood. In the right auricle, there are openings. One is superior vena cava opening as well as the opening of inferior vena cava, and there is a special node, a muscular fiber, a specialized cardiac muscle is present, which is known as pacemaker, or which is also known as SA node, that initiates the heartbeat. The contraction of the heart starts in the SA node, and in the posterior wall of the right auricle there is another node which is known as AV node, auriculoventricular node, where a wave of contraction is seen in the SA node, and this wave is passed to AV node, from AV node to a muscular fiber called bundle of His. Bundle of His divides into two branches which are called as Purkinje fibers. Let us discuss about the left auricle. Left auricle is smaller than the right auricle, and left auricle contains oxygenated blood. The pulmonary veins, 4 pulmonary veins brings the oxygenated blood from the lungs. All the veins collects deoxygenated blood except the pulmonary veins. All arteries carries oxygenated blood except the pulmonary artery. Anyhow, from left auricle always receives the oxygenated blood from the 4 pulmonary veins. This oxygenated blood, the wall of the left auricle is thinner than the right auricle, and left auricle always receives the oxygenated blood, and it is received from the pulmonary veins, and right auricle and left auricle is separated by a septum. This septum is called as interauricular septum. For example, I will show again here, right auricle and left auricle. This right auricle and left auricle is separated by this septum. What do you call this septum as? It is called as interauricular septum. What do you call it as? Interauricular septum. Simple to understand. So septum means a wall that separates. Inter means in between. Auricles are separated by interauricular septum. Similarly, ventricles are separated by interventricular septum. This is interventricular septum. Auricles and ventricles are separated by auriculoventricular septum. This is horizontal line what I have drawn. Here septums are present. Here interventricular septum is present. Isn't it not? Similarly, in this septum, generally this septum separates the chambers, but right side and left chambers of the heart are connected. For example, right auricle opens into right ventricle through right auriculoventricular aperture. Left auricle opens into left ventricle through left auriculoventricular aperture. Aperture is nothing but a small hole. The deoxygenated blood is pumped from right auricle to right ventricle through this aperture. Oxygenated blood that is collected in the left auricle is pumped into left ventricle through left auriculoventricular aperture. Here, right auriculoventricular aperture. This is interventricular septum, interauricular septum, auriculoventricular septum. Let us discuss about the right ventricle. Right ventricle is smaller than the left ventricle, and wall of the right ventricle is thinner when compared to left ventricle. Walls of the auricles are thin, walls of the ventricles are thick, but right ventricle is slightly thinner than the left ventricle. Left ventricle wall is very thicker. From the right right ventricle, an artery arises. An artery arises which is known as the pulmonary artery. This is pulmonary arch or pulmonary artery, where it is divided into two branches. This is right pulmonary artery, this is left pulmonary artery, this is pulmonary arch. Even this pulmonary arch, at the end of or where the pulmonary arch is arranged, at that end there is a wall. Three semi-lunar walls are present. These three semi-lunar walls are called as pulmonary walls. Similarly, from the left ventricle, this is the largest chamber among all four chambers. Largest chamber is left ventricle. From the left ventricle, a large artery arises, which is known as the systemic artery. This is the largest artery, thick walled artery called systemic artery, that supplies the oxygenated blood to all the parts of our body. So right auricle opens into right ventricle through right auriculoventricular aperture, which is guarded by tricuspid wall. There is a wall in the right auriculoventricular aperture which is called as tricuspid. You can see 1, 2, 3. This is tricuspid wall, where it is present in between the right auricle and right ventricle. And in between the left auricle and left ventricle there is a bicuspid wall. Bicuspid wall is present. Similarly, the systemic aorta originates in the left ventricle. This is left ventricle. A large artery arises. At the end of this artery also, three semi-lunar walls are present, which are known as systemic walls. Where they are present? Where the systemic aorta arises. Where the systemic aorta arises in the left ventricle. Where it get arises at that place, three walls are present. They are called as systemic walls. Even in the left precaval vein as well as in the postcaval vein, valve of Thebatius, valve of East-Allen, such type of walls were there, but it is not necessary for 10th class students. These walls are important. Pulmonary walls are present for the pulmonary artery as well as for the systemic aorta. Systemic walls are present. Tricuspid wall is present. Bicuspid, which is also known as mitral, very important. Mitral wall. What are these walls? What is the use of these walls? Walls allow the blood to flow only in one direction. The blood flows from the right auricle to right ventricle, but not from right ventricle to right auricle. Similarly, the blood, oxygenated blood, flows from the left auricle to left ventricle, but not from left ventricle to left auricle. When the heart contracts, the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle flows into the pulmonary artery, into the lungs. Again, in the lungs, what happens? The deoxygenated blood converts into oxygenated blood. That oxygenated blood is brought by pulmonary veins into the left auricle. Left auricle then opens into the left ventricle. These walls are held in a position because of connective tissues, and there are some ridges on the inner surface of the ventricles which is known as columnar corneae. At the same time, some muscles are present which are known as papillary muscles, and a pericardial membrane and pericardial fluid is present. So what are the blood vessels that are attached to the heart? One is superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. Four pulmonary veins are present: systemic aorta, pulmonary artery, coronary veins. And the walls of the arteries are thicker than the veins because they have to withstand high pressure. Okay, so this is about the internal structure of the heart, and thank you for giving this opportunity.